It's your live. It is telling me that I am live. Guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope you are all good. I hope you are all well. Yeah, come through, guys. Yo, I don't believe I'm doing this live. Do I have the strategy? The energy, not the strength. Yeah, it is strategy, energy, and the strength. As you are coming in, please do like the video, and thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday. Oh, guys, when you are a loafer, you end up forgetting what day it is, but yeah, and if you are new here, welcome. This is Tisha Oliphant, born and bred in South Africa, most beautiful country, my favorite country. And I'm glad I wouldn't have asked for more. You know, thank God. Thank God. God placed me in the best country ever. You can debate about your own origins. No, the best country is Kenya, the best country is UK. That's your problem. Mina, South Africa is the best country. And I've explored South Africa and I'll just love it. When I touch down, whenever I've left this country, when I just touch down, I feel good. I feel great. I am like back to motherland, back to where my ancestors lie. Yeah, back to my roots. But nevertheless, if you don't know me, I'm Tisha Oliphant, and thank you for passing by. But don't be a pass by now. Stay, listen to the content. If it resonates with you, please do subscribe, do hit the notification button, do engage by commenting and providing your views, because this channel is about career life, it is about finance life, and it is also about traveling. And I'm sure at some stage of your life you did touch those aspects of life. So if you've got something to share, share with all of us. Let us learn from one another, because it is a channel where I impart what I've learned, my experience, my knowledge. Yeah, from reading articles, from listening to podcasts, from watching YouTube channels of people who've tried this particular journey. But if you've been in this channel for a while, thank you so much for your endless support, your overwhelming support, for your awesome love. It does not go unnoticed. I look at you guys and it just warms my heart. It shocks me, over 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. Ngiwubani mina muntukazana, mina Soni. That's where I see how amazing God is, and how He'll just, one way or the other, bring you awesome people who will support your dream, who will support your goals, your purpose on this earth. And thank you for supporting me. So let's plan our next trip. And guys, as you come in, please do like, please do like, please do like. I beg. That's how the channel grow. Sometimes I see a video, 1,000 views, 500 views, 60 likes. Guys, don't do me like that. Don't do your mother like that. Don't do your sister like that. Don't do your fellow African sister like that. It is so not right. Do like. Let's grow this channel. It would be so nice to sit in front of you and say, 10,000 subscribers, road to 15,000. Ganti, don't you dream for me and dream with me and wish that my dreams come true? Ningenzani? Bui, yes, my dearest child. I hope you are good, my dearest child. I see a different color because you know what? You support, and you do the most. And thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I want us, some people, guys, I see 7 people, 2 likes. Can I ask you to like? Don't just be an absorber, a parasite. Please, guys, don't suck information and not contribute to any YouTuber, to any person that is trying to share knowledge on any platform. Give the list that you can give, even if you don't have super thanks or you can't become a member like Hubui. just a like, okay, let me just like and sit around and listen to what she has to say. By so doing, you're opening up your blessings. There's just easier ways of closing off the doors. Open the doors, come in, like, so that now a good things shall follow you all the days of your life. How can good things follow you when you don't do good? I don't know, Guti Ganti, how were we raised? I know it was different parents, but they were all Africans. Surely they were preaching the same gospel. Do good unto others, so that do good can be done unto you. And the universe sits and looks and listens, and you know what? It dishes out exactly what you give to it. So try and do good all the time, and you won't have to worry a single day. We are here for the next trip, planning my excited for it. I know, Sissy, because a lot of people have been curious. Yeah, they've always wanted to know. I wonder where they are. You snooze, you lose. But the good thing about the video is that it stays. They'll watch it later. I know I've got a child of mine that wanted me to plan it next trip, so that they have an idea how it is actually done. So, guys, I'm grasping for my breath here because, yeah, I was out and about and doing my business life. So let's plan the next trip. Okay, but you seeing what you are engaging. Where would you like us to go next? Then we can plan our next trip. So, what is your dream destination? Let's plan it around you. Seeing Gucci, you are here, you are engaging. Guys, please do like the video. You don't want to see the other side of me. Please do like the video. Ninja and Umuntu nice, or are you used to abusive relationships? Hmm? Oh my God. This is so awesome. So I'm waiting for you. What's your dream destination? Let's plan our next trip. Let's plan it around you. I've already planned my next one. I don't want to use it because I would like to keep it as a surprise. And then we can start off. Is we still here? Okay, and anyone, if there's anyone else, give us a country where you would like to go, where you'd like us to go, and let us plan our next trip. I'm ready. And guys, I hope next time you plan a trip, you'll follow these particular steps that I'll be sharing, how I do my own planning. I think it will be Israel, oh my word. But why are you so political? How are we even going to talk about Israel at this time? Is the commotion or hayi barabu now wazozakete zosibangela abantu? I'd definitely like to know about the country. Hayi kodwa nawe ungasifaka wazi ukuthi isimo sishube kanje wazongibhora yazibuyi. Anywho, okay, let's check. Hi, Indaba. Let's see. Okay, maybe it will be a perfect example, in terms of finance strategies and rules and lessons 101. When the world is going north, you go south. So when the market crashes, you buy shares. And guys, I'm gonna burp like a pig, sorry in advance, because I'm drinking sparkling water. So let's see. They say when the market is red, it's bleeding, the stocks are low, don't sell, you buy. So since this is happening, in that country, commotion, I don't know whether it has stopped. I haven't followed. And I'm even bang to give my views, or I want to say we'll go together, but I want to go alone because I want to go as a retreat. But this time around, I don't even want to comment. Let's see. When there's commotions, when there's chaos, when things are like this, how are the prices? So first things first, we know Google is our best friend. So I've got my other phone here that I'll be using to plan our next trip. And as always, I've got a notebook just to keep tabs of my prices, or someone can write how much is what and keep. Hey guys, I like to do things myself. Then I know would see. But I thought this will have a pen. I hope this pen is writing. But if it is not, we will use the technology. So Google is our best friend. Let's go to Israel. Oh, Marabu, yes, namahloni. Okay, how I book my flights. There are different ways of guys. Number one, we are planning a trip to Israel. Number two, you can't drive to Israel, unfortunately. And you can't train to Israel unless you are closer, you can't ferry to Israel. Bui and myself are based in South Africa, so that means we ought to fly to Israel. I hold a South African passport, so I know exactly the answer. But question number one when you are planning a trip is to know the requirements, it's to know do's and don'ts. So I'll start off by saying, do South Africans, we are on Google. And I showed you the Sherpa app. You can use the Sherpa app to see as well. But I want to just go straight to Google. Let's see what it shows us. Do South Africans, you can do the same thing on your side so that next time it's easy for you to follow. Hey guys, do South Africans need a visa for Israel? Hi guys, why is my phone doing this? I'm so nar. South Africans need a visa for Israel. Here we go. You don't need, you don't need a visa for Israel if you have a South African passport. There we go. So we don't need a visa. So we are going to Israel. Kodwa mara buyibonge umhlaba ungaka with 100 and something countries. Hey, ngoba. Okay, then I first check, do I need a visa to go to that dream country, wish country, to the friend's wedding country, whatever your reasons of traveling are. Business travel, in chances are, if it's your own business, you will book your own flights. But if it's work related, you won't even need to worry, because I'm sure you've got an assistant that will do all this. And if there's visa required, they'll let you know, these are the documents that they need from you if someone is doing it on your behalf, and they will apply. And if it had said visa is required for Israel, for South Africa, if you're a South African citizen, you need to check what type of visa. Do you need to apply online? In most cases, you ought to apply online. And if they still need to see you for the interview, you apply online, you book a date, and then you travel to Pretoria, because most embassies in Johannesburg are based in Pretoria. But in some countries like Turkey, you don't need to visit any embassy. Embassy of Turkey or Turkish embassy, you do everything online. So there's different types of visas. Do your investigation before you get excited and say, oh guys, I'm going to the UK, but you don't even know whether you need a visa or not. So we're traveling to Israel, and we've just researched, because everything is online, guys. You don't need to be sending me a WhatsApp, Ma, I would love to go to Bali, do I need a visa? While you're writing that message, you could be Googling whether you need a visa or not. So I've been to Bali twice, or am I lying? Twice, and both occasions it was visa on arrival. So I got my visa at the airport. But I know they're bringing new restrictions. They're making us nar nje Bali, and they lose us very soon. They'll be so good now. I'm busy, spreading this propaganda. And yeah, they also increased their visa late last year. They are boring, they are narring. So this one, we don't need a visa. Next step, now that we know we're going to Israel, visa is not needed for us South Africans. And if you're not a South African, please do check for your own citizenship. So now we go to the app that I normally use. Hi guys, booking a ticket, there's endless of websites. You can book a ticket via my app, and it doesn't sponsor this video. I've used it for the whole over 6 months that I've been traveling with no headache, with no fly by night or scammers, or now my money disappeared, nothing. But you still need to be careful. You still need to do your due diligence. I'm not a travel agent. I don't work for any travel company. We are booking or planning this trip as a family, just as an example. You can use your own way. If you've used it for years, don't fix what is not broken and it served you well. This is to show our family members here on this channel, my corporate journey, how to actually work around planning for the trip. So no visa required. You can have your notebook and write. No visa required. Now you know that is done. So I was still saying you can book through a travel agent. You call them, you tell them I would like to go to Israel, and which month you'd like us to travel, or anyone else can tell us which time of the year they prefer us to travel. But I'll tell you again how to check. And you can also go to directly to airline. If you've never maybe traveled with the Qatar, and Qatar does travel to Israel, because that's also important to know if that particular airline does travel to the country that you are traveling to, then you can book your ticket directly on Qatar's website. But this is how I booked all my tickets when I took my gap year. This is the website that I used, which I don't think it will be strange to most people. Skyscanner Ltd. That's my favorite website. As I'm showing you here, I'm worried about the previous searches that I've done. Which is the no funky thing that will come up. And there's a way, guys, you delete my past searches, more especially if you've got kids that uses your phone and they search for their stuff. You don't want to see them searching you how to kill a man. And they look at you with certain eyes, or it's your partner or someone. Guys, please do like the video. Please do like the video before we can even carry on. Can I ask, can I beg, can I plead that you do like the video? Hi, Bonsile. We are busy planning our trip to Israel. Bui's request and dream and wish. So far, I use the Skyscanner to book. Other people, like Kungo doesn't trust a soul on this earth except herself, will go through airline directly. And what I've noticed, and maybe it doesn't apply all the time, is that if you book directly with the airline, the prices tend to be a bit high. But I guess because the risk is very low, that tomorrow you might wait, or few minutes you might wait for your ticket, and and not receive it via email. Because if you book with these guys that are not reputable, chances are you finish booking, you finish paying, you wait for your ticket, dololo. So here's the Skyscanner, and in most cases it will show the country where you'll be at. Sometimes it does say Skyscanner Turkey, as you can see here, www.skyscanner.co.za, because I'm here in South Africa. And you just click that and it leads you to this page where you need to now specify where you are heading to. Straightforward, no manga business. And you can see already it shows Johannesburg because it has .co.za and it has any. You need to be very careful. Don't leave it on any. Change it to OR Tambo, because any incorporates all the airports, or where yeah, all the airports in Joburg. So you click where any was on that box, and you get your OR Tambo, and you just click, and it changes to OR Tambo. Now you know you'll be flying from OR Tambo. And then once you have that, you need to now choose, it says choose the destination. Straightforward. Choose destination. We're going to Israel. And guys, please don't click next to the flag, because that's not an airport. You click next to the plains of the country where you are heading to. That is the airport. So in this case, it's Ben Gurion International. There's Ramon International. There's Ovda. Yaze Yankuli Israel, Haifa. So it depends on where in Israel you are going. Very important. If you'll be landing in a certain city, Google and ask Google which airport is closer to Geneva, for instance. That's if you're going to Switzerland. Which airport is closer to Jerusalem? So we need to Google that and see. I always go for the international airport. Their biggest airport in Joburg, which is, or in South Africa rather, is OR Tambo. But no use in clicking OR Tambo if you will be booking, or you planning to go and enjoy the sea. And the sea is not in Johannesburg, the sea is in Durban, the sea is in Cape Town. So it's important to apply the same concept. You cannot fly through a OR Tambo if you are visiting South Africa or Cape Town in South Africa. You will fly into Cape Town International Airport. So do that even when you are going abroad. Which city fascinates you for whatever reasons? Maybe you're going for a concert, like me, who love concerts and music. Maybe going for a soccer. You check which airport. And I'll use Brazil. But Brazil also has Sao Paulo, tongue twisting, and the other one, De Janeiro, Rio de Janeiro. You can't fly into Rio de Janeiro if the activities or the soccer or the samba, the classes that you are attending, will be near Sao Paulo. I guess you are following. Search, research the country that you chose for whatever reason, or maybe for activities, or maybe the food is cheap, or they've got stunning buildings and their cuisine and whatever. People are awesome. There's sea, there's mountains, or you're going for a hike. Make sure you will be landing nearer to your hotel, nearer to your city. Don't fambula. Now you fly into Nelspruit, and then but you are meant to be in Johannesburg. Hey, you are on your own. You'll be training, trying to get to Joburg, and you find that you've chowed your time. Your function is the next day or 2 days after you land. So use that, apply that in your mind. Most countries are big. You get smaller and countries, that's possible as well, but majority, they've got more than one airport. So don't just click on the airport that comes first. So as you can see, Israel as well has more than one airport. I think I'm clear. I don't need to be repeating because I'm dealing with gurus here. So let's choose the Ben Gurion, but you're gonna do your research. Oh, thank you so much, Mbali. Thanks, my babes. Utikizwa is here. Good day, Mamunjani. Yaphila Mbali. Martha, Hope in on time. Yes, hop in on time. The devil mustn't try us again today with the audio. To be like everyone. No, that was God. That was in the devil city. God didn't want you to hear the stories that I was telling. Maybe they were gonna offend someone. So okay, let's go back. So we chose Ben. Oh, Ben, we're going to this airport. Ne? You saw 4 airports were showing. be sure which airport you're flying into. And then once we are here, then we choose when we are going. You can see there's dates. And guys, these symbols, if you see the green, wherever you are, green is for go. So green means go. Go to Israel. This, you can see there's double pounds. So that's a pound sign. So it could be a rand, 2 rands, sorry guys, and 3 rands, and in red. So this is to tell you that only choose these dates which are green. Guys, please do like, or choose once it's double or orange. It says danger khefar. If you fly when it's like this, you're paying slightly more. The best time to fly is when it's green. This again, you've got money to donate to the airlines. It is as simple as that. I hope you guys do follow. So this month is Feb. You can see they are grayed out the days that are gone because we can't fly on the 9th of Feb 2024. Feb is gone. And as we scroll up, you scroll up, we were down here. Those days are gone. If you didn't change your life, sorry for you. If you didn't work on your dreams, sorry for you. If you didn't book your ticket to Israel, sorry for you. You can only work with the dates that are yet to come. And you can see, Ningathanas, this is Skyscanner. This date is showing you green. Green say, go, you are safe. Orange says, it means when you've got a bit of money. Red says you are a rich bagger, you've got money to play with because tickets are expensive when there's that red on the date that you'd like to fly. When we're talking that ticket, guys, here green is on the 25th. When is the 25th? Which is the Sunday. Guys, I would urge you, even though it's green here on this Sunday, in most cases, those who've tried it say 6 weeks is the best time, 6 to 8 weeks. Normally 6 is the best time to buy your flight or your tickets. The prices are still reasonable. All I'll say is I haven't seen the best of the best. I've eyed my tickets, but I will assure you, if you buy your tickets, oh guys, I'm gonna be in such an hard move because now we're load shedding and the Fed is gone. I'm gonna start sweating. Oh, old age is a dangerous thing. If you buy your tickets when you only have a week before you fly, make sure you're surprised that we still have a green ticket this Sunday. You know, we'll check it. Maybe it's because of the situation that's taking place. But try and give yourself 3 months, try and check 4 months prior, try and check 2 months prior your travel, a month before you travel, and look at the prices and then see which dates are red, which dates are orange. You want to gun for green because green means it is the best time to fly. Hi, Shahab. Hi, please say is it Shahab? Shahab. Hi, welcome. Please do like as you come in. So we click the 25th. We're flying on the 25th. And guys, again, you can choose whether it's a one way or you're returning. Let me tell you what used to happen when I was traveling. I used to take chances because when I traveled into most countries, guys, I didn't travel with any plan to say I'll start here. The only country I knew for sure I was gonna go and was my first country was Thailand, Bangkok, and then a PP Island with my daughter Unons. That's where we were meeting when my gap year started. So that I knew for sure. I knew the dates because we planned well in advance. But Uguti, what was going to be my next country, all I knew I was already in Asia. It makes financial sense to tackle the most countries that I dreamt of. I wanted to go within Asia before leaving Asia as a continent and traveling to another continent. So what I would do, when I booked my next trip to Cambodia, for instance, from Bangkok, after I had said goodbye to Nons, or before I said goodbye because I must book in advance, is that I never booked a return ticket. So even when I left South Africa, it was one way. The disadvantage again in one way is that you will be asked, and other airports will insist they want to see your return ticket because they don't want street loafers and undocumented illegal beings, would you leave South Africa to go and get your way into another country and then get a job or start a business and never go back to South Africa. So basically they avoid ukuthi ube illegal. I've been to countries where I booked just one-way ticket, and when I got to immigration, they never questioned me. But those were few and far between countries. And yeah, guys, I'm not gonna share how I work around that because I'll be incriminating myself. What I'll tell you, we can't share all the secrets online. This is not a safe platform, it's not a safe haven. What I can tell you, Uguti, most countries expect you to have your return ticket back to your country. In my case, if I booked a return ticket, it wasn't a return ticket to South Africa because I was traveling the world. So it was a ticket to the next country. So I had an idea which was the next country. But guys, I also tried to dodge the bullet by not booking because when I went to Cambodia, I didn't know how long I wanted to be in Cambodia, whether Cambodia was going to welcome me, whether my system was going to welcome Cambodia, or I would only spend a few days and then feel good, Cambodia is not for me. I want to go elsewhere. And that elsewhere was even unknown. So that was challenging with my gap here because I didn't have a plan. From Cambodia, then I go to Malaysia. From Malaysia, then I go to Bali. Then no, I just lived like a bird, flew where I wanted to flew. Jengiti flying and spreading my wings. If I slept and I was like, no, I don't feel this country. Can I fly out? Then I'll book a ticket and then fly out and go somewhere else. Maybe I'm like, okay, let me give it a week because I don't want to book my tickets last minute and they're very expensive. Does it make sense for me to book my flight tickets now November for October, or should I rather wait and perhaps book in August? Yes, sis, I think it's too early, but you can start gauging, Mother Uguti, how are they, and how you'll do it. Make sure there's a way where you make sure Gucci use someone else's phone. Maybe let me say that. Don't use the laptop that you'll be using to book. Because when you are seen, Uguchi always searching Thailand all the time, they up the price because they can see Gucci are desperate. There's just this in algorithm or this algorithm, whatever, that picks up on you, and it's like it flags you. So what I tend to do is I use someone else's phone to check for tickets, and when I'm about to buy them, I use a different gadget. So use a different laptop to be searching or different iPad to be searching, and then when you are really flying, use your own because they tend to see which we are now desperate and they up the price. That's another trick that I've discovered over time. So guys, here we are flying to Israel. Here we go. We've checked the 25th and we'll do one-way tickets. So you go here, you can see it's got return here. Guys, it's straightforward. You just need to read and you go to that drop down. It will have your drop down one way, as you can see, and then return. I hope you can see. Click one way. We're going to Israel because you can see Gucci, it is red unless we come back here. March, March, yeah, around those dates, the 21st, 20th, and 18th are green as well. So let's just do one way. We're going the 21st. Once you click the 25th, you click select. Why did I click twice? And then it will give you all the airlines. Here again, guys, you can filter, Again, Skyscanner for those who just joined. And please do like, guys, I use Skyscanner. Here you can filter. You can filter whether you want one-way stop, so it means you'll click here and remove two-way stop. So, or if you want a direct flight, as you can see, Gutila, there aren't any direct flights. It's definitely one-way stops. If there was a direct flight, it would have ticked all of them and you just remove what you don't want. If you don't want to stop twice, you only want to have one stop in transit, you leave that like that. So then you can also filter by outbound, the time you want to leave, departure times, if you've got an idea what time you want to leave. But I don't bother with that because as I search, I can check ukuthi what time each airline is leaving. And here there are different airlines. You can see they are all clicked. So it means all of them are heading to Israel. Star Airline and whatever. And guys, the easier way is as I'm doing it, you also grab your phone and you work with me so that you it stays in your mind. You after this live, you don't need to watch it again. But I don't mind if you watch it and you watch the ads and you sort of follow. So here there's I don't want to say it wrong, AEGEAN Airlines. They even give you their price. There we go. There's this one, which is Austrian Airlines. It goes to Israel. There's Emirates, all the airlines. Excuse me. Etihad, my favorite, one of my favorite airlines. Ethiopian, guys. I don't want to comment. I've read reviews, but I'm not gonna diss anyone. Do your homework and read reviews. Guys, read what other people have experienced. And it doesn't mean if I had a bad experience with a certain airline, you're gonna have. But if you start seeing the trend, I've spoken about this, stay away. So if you already know which airline you wanna fly with, in my case, maybe Guzoba or Emirates, untick the boxes of the airlines that you are not interested in. But the clever way is to just let all of them show and search so that you can see. So let's try and do that. Select all. It even allows you to select all here on top and you can clear all and just click Emirates if you want to only use Emirates and your standards are Emirates. But let's select all of them so that we can see what the prices are. And once you've chosen or selected, you click on done, which is there on top. Done. Then it shows you nicely the prices. Here we go. So more or less to go to Israel, Bui, you want to go there, 9,258. But remember, you are flying this Sunday. We're going to check if you're flying any other time, how much is going to be. And keep those amounts in mind. Ethiopian Airline, 9,258. Emirates, 9,209. And guys, don't just look at the amount and say, oh, let me go for the cheapest. It is important to look at this detail as well. How long it takes to get to where you are heading. So from Joburg, OR Tambo, which we were together when we selected OR Tambo and not King Shaga, it's 13 hours, 35 minutes with Ethiopian Airlines, and it's one stop. You are able to click there and get the whole detail. So here, we've clicked. I don't want you to be lost. Okay, I want to go back. So just click or select here if you want. Okay, let's use Emirates, guys. 9,209. Remember, it's one way. It's not a return ticket. It says 13 hours. You see, this one is more with almost 3 hours. If you don't like flying too long or be in transit too long, because chances are you'll wait where you'll be connecting a bit longer than this one, Ethiopian. But if you've heard stories with Ethiopian, you rather wait, you click this one, you select. Sesamba ngo Emirates, we select. Guys, then this one gives you the different agents that sells the tickets to Israel. So we've got Travel Stats, and it shows you their ratings as well. 4.9 rating with 669 views. You can click to see what people are saying about this agent. So this is not Emirates themselves. So you are not on buying from Emirates website. If you want to buy directly from Emirates website, you need to go to www.emirates. You understand what I mean? You follow. The another agent is Flights and Network. I often use these ones. I've never had issues, but there are ones that you want to avoid. Their rating here is 4.2. And sometimes I use the rating and I use the ones that I've used before. My Trip, if you've used the agent, guys, it's not the airline. You have to understand these are third parties making money for themselves to book a ticket on your behalf. And sometimes they become problematic. Guys, I just want to clean myself because I'm feeling so uncomfortable. I'm just showing you, like, there's just something I'm not comfortable with. Sorry, Nithandazak. Oh, I've wiped this thing. Then there's Go to Gate. I've never used these ones, but the rating is also not bad. So check the ratings, guys. Others will have low ratings. Agents, avoid them. So let's say you decide, let's try my, and their prices are also different. So if you are cutting costs, I'll go for a much reasonable one, but with higher ratings, and you can check what people are saying about their stories. So maybe let's go for the first one, Travel Start. It is raining, hopefully. You just select. You saw it said select, 9,200. There we go. It is checking for a flight for us. It tells you, hang on. What's the message? Travel starts with searching for your flights. And here we go. Emirates. You'll be flying via Emirates. EK766. Soma gives you the flight's number. And you'll be flying this time of the night, 20 past 10. And you will on the 25th. And you land in Israel on the 26th in the morning, 20 to 12. So okay, guys, it even tells you how much luggage is acceptable. 7 kg, 2 times 23 kg. So your carry-on luggage is 7 kg. Then you can have 2 times 23 kgs, the big suitcases, and weigh them. We've spoken about it, that you'll be checking in. So luggage-wise, already you are sorted. And you'll be traveling 13 hours. Yeah, it tells you. You have to read the detail. Don't skip anything. 13 hours, 20 minutes, economy class. But if you are a rich bagger, you can travel business or first class. Okay, let's see details. There on top, it says see details. You don't want to travel until you see details. Details tells you stuff like what time you leaving Joburg, what time you landing, how long is your full trip. However, you still want to see where you are stopping. Layover in Dubai. You don't need visa if you'll be laying over in Dubai as a South African citizen. But go to Sherpa, that website, to check. If it said layover Doha, go to Sherpa and see if you need a in transit visa. Here, I know I've just traveled, but like I said, guys, it changes all the time. Go to Sherpa, see if you do need a in transit visa, but I know for now you don't. And it tells you you're gonna be in Dubai for 1 hour 30 minutes before you connect to your next flight that is going directly to Israel. So you'll be flying 7 hours 55 minutes. You want to know that so that you prepare yourself mentally and you dress for the occasion and you make sure you've got a jersey or lumba. There's a lot to take into consideration when you're flying in. You put your medication in your carry-on bag or handbag. You don't it go check-in bag. That's why you need to know how long you're flying. You leave Joburg 20 past 10 at night. You fly for 7 hours 55 minutes. Bui, Then you get to Dubai, you wait 1 hour 30 minutes, which is a short wait. It's a layover. Then in Dubai, you get into Dubai the next day at 8:15 in the morning, layover 1 hour 30 minutes. Then you get into your flight quarter to 10, still Emirates, and you go to Israel. It's only from Dubai to Israel, it's only 3 hours 55 minutes, which is like 4 hours. You'll be landing in Israel, TLV, abbreviation of their airport, on the 26th at 20 to 12 in the morning. And the reason why you want this detail, you want to be able to organize your hotel. You want to be able, if it to see if it aligns with your check-in. You want to able to see, Gucci, will you get your transport? Because if this time of getting to Dubai was like 10 o'clock at night, like the time of you leaving South Africa, then how do you, foreign country, maybe you've never been to Israel, so how do you get to hotel? Do they still have a transport? You ought to research all that. But it's nice to land in a foreign country during this time in the morning. Oh, this is the perfect time because you don't wait too long for your check-in. You remember most check-ins are around 2. So if you land 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, it's even better because remember, you must still go get your bags. You must still go to immigration. It is a long process before you leave Israel airport to say, okay, now I'm in the local bus like your mom now to get to my hotel, or now I'm in the airport taxi to get to my hotel. So most probably you land around 10 o'clock in the morning and only leave this airport after 2 hours to 3 hours. The process takes a long time. In other airports, you must do a declaration form. Others are on the system. You wait for on a long queue while people are still declaring. But guys, if you can use your scanner to do a declaration, depending on the airport that you'll be traveling to, you ought to research. Do it on your phone. By the time you land, everything is done. Let me see what everyone is saying. Hey, my baby, Unjani, today, how did you spend your Valentine's Day? Love you, Sipokas. Charmaine, how are you? I'm good, Charmaine. Thank you. Hi, Sipokas. Welcome. Hello, mommy. Sorry, I'm always late. No, sis, you can catch up. We are following Ma. Sanbonan Bantase. Welcome, welcome, guys. And please do like, I hope it is clear. So that is straightforward. And guys, travelers details, very important. You need to make sure your cell number is correct because that's where if you're gonna click, remember, you can purchase an insurance or service where they keep you updated about your flights via a WhatsApp or via SMS. So if your cell number is incorrect here, and they need to tell you that the flight is cancelled or it's rescheduled, times have been moved forward. Here you are when are waking up, eating breakfast nicely, and this flight will no longer be 20 past 10 from OR Tambo. Has been moved to 8 o'clock. How are you gonna know? Make sure your traveler's details are correct. Also, if your names don't match the names on your passport, you busy when what do they call them, guys? How can I forget them? About like nonsi instead of nonsigelelo. You use those I want to say my slang name, but it's not a slang name. Nickname. Don't use your nicknames on any of legal documents. Full names. And if your passport says Sipogazi Siyathemba Khumalo, you can't say Siyathemba Sipogazi Khumalo. You can't say Khumalo Siyathemba Sipogazi. They need to match. Guys, trying to change your air tickets because of a wrong name is a nightmare and it costs money. So asidlala my game la, guys. And they say don't drink and drive. Don't drink and book flights. Don't drink and book flights because you need to be sober minded when you book your flight. You saw how much you are spending one way. So you don't want to do manga business here and you let the ADHD or whatever affect you. Be sober minded. If there's something that's worrying your mind at that point in time, give it few minutes, clear your mind. breathe, and then book your flight, because you're going to regret it if you don't get it right. And then obviously it wants you to know Mr. or Mrs. and middle name. Guys, make sure matches your passport. No nickname, matches your passport. Matches your passport. I want you to hear me at the back. And then it will ask you for date of birth. They works, you know, all the forms are like that. Passport number. If you've crammed it, still look and make sure it is correct, your nationality, and then sometimes you get this meals preference in most cases. If you're Muslim and you eat only halal, you're gonna click on that drop down. Let's click on it. You can see passport issuing country. It will show all countries. You click South Africa if you are a South African. You click US if you are from US. Here we go. Whole gluten-free and all the works. So don't neglect your dietary requirements if you need to specify. And as you can see, you pay for them. 49 rands, halal. I often go, okay, let me not share my life. They are personal. And if there's no meal preference, you just click that and you see it shows 00. So you don't pay extra. But if you're gluten free, if you are diabetic, you want diabetic meal, you want kosher meal, since you're going to Israel, you pay 49 rands. But not all airlines, you know, this is Emirates. Others will be more, others vegetarian, you pay extra. But if you can say po iawasha, you know preference. So then here's the price. It's still showing at the bottom. You're not lost. It's a one-way ticket to Israel, 9,209. Then you continue. It won't allow me to continue because I didn't update my personal details. So it's as simple as that. And once you've updated everything and you continue, it will say, you know, fasten your seatbelt, whatever funny message they use. All airlines, each airline is different. They put some humor into it while they look for a ticket. And once you've got it, it will give you the reference number. Just screenshot it in case it doesn't come through your email address. And it will ask for your email address even here on that form where you insert your personal details, so that in few minutes your flight details will come through and you are able to screenshot your tickets or upload it into your e-wallet. Those who have e-app for all their flight tickets and concert tickets and cards for buses, they just go do, you know, they're tech savvy guys. They go do for everything. When we scan our paper base that destroys the environment, but now they are so digital, they scan with their phones. Who's lost? Who has any question? Now you know we are going to Israel, and you know when you are going to Israel, if you're gonna fly this Sunday, it is around 9,000. I wanna show you another trick. Okay, first of all, let's go to Martha's question. Martha, I've gone out. Why would I do that? Okay, let's say, guys, we know Sunday is too soon. Let's try and book March. You see, March even shows you. Let's look at, so that was 9,200. You did right, guys. 9,200. If someone can write for us, but it's around 9,200. So let's see how much is the ticket. Let's choose the 21st, or maybe latest the 28th. We give it enough time, like we spoke about, is 6 weeks. Okay, 28th, we're still booking one way. But if you want the return ticket, you're gonna click, if you're leaving here and coming back here, so you'll click on two spaces. The date when you are leaving, departure date, and return date. In this case, I only clicked one, and yeah, removed the return because we're not planning to come back from Israel. That is March, month of March. So guys, just to show you, I wish we could get to Emirates so that we compare apples with apples. Still same price. Can you see what I was telling you? It's still 9,209. And yet it's like 6 weeks later. So you're not always guaranteed ukuthi if you book, as long as you follow these greens that I show you to you, ukuthi make sure when it's red. Okay, let's click on the red. But here, if you use Israel Airlines, if you are comfortable, you see 7,600. So you are actually saving close to 2 grand, 1,000 and something. So you can book Israel Airline. I just want to see, and you'll find good one, they are flying directly. That's what I wanted to say as well. It saves you the time to stop into Dubai. It saves you the time to worry about whether you need in transit visa. It's their country, it's their own airline. It's like SAA if it's still around, it will go directly to Israel. And the total, look how quick it is to get there. It's like more or less it Dubai. 8 from South Africa to Dubai, I mean, in case I confuse someone. 8 hours. Guys, I'm trying to check if I'm clean, but I don't want to be rude. 8 hours, 25 minutes, direct flight. So you get into the plane, you sit for 8 hours, 25 minutes. You don't get off and sit around with strangers. It goes straight to Dubai and it's much reasonable. That is in March and it's much reasonable. There's the price, 7,600 as opposed to the 9,200. So you follow, guys. So here's my trick. Guys, don't forget to like. Thank you for liking. Those who have liked, I truly appreciate. Those who've given me dollars, thank you. I truly appreciate. May you pongolo overflow with money. May you never lack. May you always be full. And do check, others are more. And guys, sometimes you find go to the flights is slightly or even crazily more, and yet you fly for longer hours. So take that into consideration. And if you've got small kids, you don't want to be we lay over for too long. Kids will become irritable. There's a lot, guys, and flying is personalized. If you've got illnesses or you are rushing to a funeral, check all the details. There's not booking a flight and you are rushing, and it needs to suit your needs at that point in time when you are flying. What I used to do, remember, I was a lady of leisure. I had left my job. I was living my dream. I wasn't rushing to any concerts. I wasn't rushing to any family member that is not well that I need to quickly get to, or wasn't rushing to any funeral or any doctors. And thank God, I was flying on leisure. I was traveling. I was a tourist. I was going for fun. This is how I booked my tickets. Let's go. And if you master this, you'll love me for the rest of your life. If it goes like this, then you've got a problem. This is how I book my tickets. Leaving, put your destination. It will not always be OR Tambo, depending on where you live. And guys, check. Before you click submit, make sure you don't say OR Tambo, but you are sitting in Guatemala. You don't say OR Tambo, but you are sitting in Australia. Check, double check. You don't want to lose your money. So this is how I booked my tickets. Okay, let's leave. So Buli, my baby, we now in Israel. You happy? You saw you need 9,000 rands just to go. We will check when it's a return ticket. Maybe I should quickly do that before I show you how I book. Okay, let's say it's a return ticket. Let's search for a return ticket. We leave the 28th at night, and let's say we are coming back. Remember the first one, we were leaving 28th on Thursday and we were not coming back. Let's say we're coming back 30th of April. We're going for almost a month to Israel. It's searching. It will appear like this. The details of when you leave South Africa and the details of when you return. When you see the double, it tells you that. So let's wait. This is Ethiopian Airline. Let's look for that Israel one. Okay, let's look at all of them. Then you can have an idea. 14,000 Ethiopian Airlines, and they also have different times, different in transit times. This is fine. Go to Guamanye, your layover is quite longer, still them 14,000. Look at Israel Airlines, 17,000 to go and come back. So we, for your tickets in March, coming back in April, and I chose the green ones, which means I'm trying to save money. You need about 17,100 for your tickets only. And can I tell you something about Israel? I wanted to go to Israel before the commotion. The accommodation. Remember, I was already when okay, you don't have to remember, you wouldn't know. When I was already in Turkey, it's like 2 hours, I think, 2 hours or 3 hours flight from Turkey. So I meant to go to Israel because also Israel is on my bucket list. Excuse me. When I checked the accommodation, I wanted to die. So Israel, you might find, and then flying from Turkey to Israel is reasonable because it's only 2 hours or 3 hours. We can check it, but you can check it. We're not gonna do that. It is their neighbors. But what put me off was the accommodation. Accommodation in Israel is quite a bit. It is quite a bit. So you might find a ticket that is reasonable, and I don't think 17,000 is reasonable at all. But you'll find Gucci, you'll be killed by accommodation. When I checked, the minimum that I would pay was around 2,500 bare minimum. Places are like 3,000-4,000 per night. So check, maybe you can do hostels, maybe you can do 2 stars, but I just found good accommodation in Israel is quite a bit. If you've got friends in Israel, start calling them and pretending you love them. And in a few months, you're gonna use them. No, I'm joking, guys. I don't think I wouldn't wanna go visit a person. I can go to them during the day for for lunch, or go for supper, or meet them for coffee. I wouldn't be comfortable staying at someone's house. And it's the lifestyle I've always lived. I told you guys, started working young, got my place when I was still young, and I've always had my space. And also, I've got a small family. I've never been in a situation, only when I was still growing up, where it's clump, it's, one. So Nami, that has also spoiled me a bit. Let's see the return. Okay, sis, you've seen the return, 17,076, but slightly less if you're gonna use the Ethiopian Airlines with their guys in Kalukbayegel. I don't wanna talk. You go do your research. At transit tours worth it. For example, the Qatar airline one, if your transit is longer than 5 hours, you can book 2 hour tour of Doha. The same for Singapore. Is it worth it in your opinion? You know what, Mata? I've never tried them, sis, and I don't like to give opinions on something that I haven't personally tried. However, I know some people says there's airlines where if you're in transit is like 12 hours or so. I don't know why you do that. I guess you'll do it for this reason. Those airlines will give you accommodation. So guys, you can play with that and see if it works. I've never tried something like that because I like to explore. I like to experiment. I will try it one day where I'll book a flight and make sure go to my I always like to keep my in transit a slight, not very tight. Then I miss the next flight unless it's Emirates and I'm connecting to Emirates. That is different. But if it's Emirates and I'm connecting to another airline, I make sure I give myself at least 3 hours to move from one end of the airport to the next. Guys, those who've been to Varsity, you know how humongous varsities are. Entrance is there, you walk long way to freedom. Airports are like that, especially for people who've never traveled to any airport, to big airports. As a walk, guys. It is a walk. So don't rob yourself. Don't you are sweaty, you are miserable. Make sure you take care of your health. So I've never done that, but I would love to try it my way. I make sure my in transit. Oh my word, I wonder. I'm sure I'll suffer from anxiety because I like to keep it and move. When my in transit is 6 hours, ngati I can, but I still wait because sometimes I make it longer for certain reasons. So I'll try the 12-hour in transit and see if it will come with the accommodation for free. So there's that option. Research, guys, and see. But I've never tried, Sissy, the ones where you tow. But you can. But just make sure you are not late. Plan it well, research it well to make sure Gucci, even the tourist one will be easier because the chances are they'll fetch you at the door of the airport, show you around, and drop you at the door. But if you'll be taking your own local buses, guys, make sure your in transit is at least 8 hours. And thanks for that question, Martha. That is the best way of exploring an extra country. You understand what I mean? I've been to Dubai so many times, but I've never left their airport to explore Dubai. And yet I've sat in transit and layover waiting for a connecting flight. But if you know you'll be staying for 10 hours, 8 hours, go and explore, but make sure you check the requirements. If you need a visa, you cannot leave Dubai airport if you don't have a visa. If you go to Doha and as a South African you need a visa and you want to try these transit tours that Martha is talking about, check. Make sure you've applied for your visa before you do that. So you can't just go to Belgium but you don't have in transit if they allow you to. I know France apparently allows in transit for South Africans when you're coming home, but I can't go out and explore France if I don't have Schengen visa. So make sure, guys, it comes with so much research and you don't want to be disappointed and lose money. You saw me losing money. I'm still going to tell you more stories. They hurt me, but they hurt me, but it comes with the travel. So we've checked the return, Bui. It is 14,000, between 14,000 and 17,000 to go to Israel on the around March, end of March, and coming back end of April. You can play with the dates and see maybe you'll get a much cheaper date. How next? Let's move. How I book, because I must get to accommodation. How I book my accommodation as well. Guys, don't forget to like. Thank you for being here. I love you to bits, darlings. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for watching, Ed. You truly are growing this channel. Don't forget to smash the notification button because we still have our finance boot camps every Saturday where we talk matters of the monies. Saturday afternoon, once a week, but I'll still come in and talk about travels because travel is me. I've learned so much over the years and I'll just be dropping nuggets through videos, through live videos. And this is a live video where we are planning our next trip and we are going to Israel, courtesy of Ubui. And we've seen we need 17,000 100 rand, 17,100 rands. You can convert it into your country's currency if you're gonna go to Israel now in March or this Sunday. We checked this Sunday, but we only checked the one-way ticket. We didn't check how much it will cost if we include the return ticket. Our flights only. And I told you accommodation in Israel is quite a big bit. We're gonna see now when we go and search accommodation in Israel. Autumn, great advice. Thank you, sweetie. Justin, so how long did it take you to wait for the play? Justina, so how long did it take? Which one, sis? Remember, I was flying for over 6 months, so it was different planes. Oh, you mean this one? You want us to check the return one, get the details. You just select here. If you check this one, I don't think you're asking my ones because let's select. Again, you get these agents. We spoke about them. I told you who they are. But if you want to be on the safe side and you don't mind paying slightly more, because I haven't seen them charging less than these guys, go directly to the website Israel Airlines and book your ticket there. Then you don't have a third party that can turn around and give you a headache if the flight is cancelled. But they also do offer insurance, just like if you book directly. If you've got insurance through these guys, which are third parties, if the flight is delayed, they still cover you. I did insure my air tickets when I was going to Turkey, which is something I don't do often. And I was meant to come like 4 days later. I moved it forward and they didn't give me at no charge. I moved my departure date forward. So I left Turkey a bit earlier because Unonzi was leaving before me and I had few days to wrap up things, and then I thought I was done. I needed to come back to SA. So you just scroll. Once you see these guys, don't be scared. You scroll up, and then here's the detail where you see the whole detail. Uguti, it is 8 hours, 25 minutes flight, the time you'll be leaving Joburg. And this plus tells you that you are not landing on the date you'll be leaving on. So if you're leaving on a Saturday, the +1 tells you you'll be landing on Sunday. If you are leaving on Friday, +1 is basically saying you'll be landing on Saturday. If there's +2, you're leaving Friday, you're landing on Sunday. And there's people who cut cost and they spend hours on end in transit with tickets that are much reasonable. So there's people who have +2 here, others +3. So basically, you sleep at the airport for days on end. You've seen people like this because they tried to cut costs and they had +2 here, +3. So nje basically ubolele endleleni, in putting it in a Zulu language. And then we're trying to see how long you're gonna be there. So it's 8 hours. Oh, this one is a direct flight. So you can see 8 hours, you go directly. The return one cannot be a direct on the 30th, and you can see it's different airlines. You're flying with Israel, which is direct flight, so there won't be a layover country or time. You're going straight for 8 hours, whatever minutes, but you're coming back with the Ethiopian Airlines. And it's important to expand this to see if you don't believe in them, you want to change your search until you get a line that suits your needs. So when you come back, as you can see, you leave 25 to 4 from Israel. We're coming back in April. 4 hours, 15 minutes. You fly into Addis Ababa. It's an Ethiopian Airlines. Guys, as time goes on, you know, when you take Emirates, definitely you are going to Dubai. When you take Turkish airline, definitely you're going to Turkey. You know, your layover will be in Turkey, Abu Qatar, Doha. You know, you end up knowing. So this is Ethiopian Airlines, 4 hours from Israel. We're Ethiopia. Check your visa requirements, and this tells you how long you're gonna stay in Ethiopia before you connect Addis Ababa. 3 hours 40 minutes, which is a perfect time for you not to miss your connecting flights while you move from one terminal to the next if it's different terminals. Then 3 hours, then you connect at 11:30 at night, and it's a 5 hour 25 minutes trip to come back to South Africa, Johannesburg, where they hardly say welcome home. Apparently, it's only in America. Welcome to America when you land. Okay, guys, let me show you quickly how I book my tickets. You're gonna love it. Thanks for the advice. It's very great, Mama. You really know how to explain. Thank you, Justina. Thank you for giving us your time and wisdom. We love you. I love you too, JK. Thanks for your support always. Amber Khair, can you say hi, Amber? Hi, Amber. Thank you for giving us your time. Thanks, Sissy. Thank you, Mama. Pleasure, sweetheart. Now, this is how I booked. Guys, you ready? And I love the fact that everyone liked. Now I'm smiling. Now I can share from a pure heart, guys, even if you don't like. Now I don't do things to get anything in return, more especially from people of this age. Obviously, guys, those who support me, I appreciate it. I always say, God brings it back in multiple folds, and He sure does. So this is how I booked. We've seen, we are happy. I've explained. If you've never booked a ticket, guys, you can't turn around and say you have no idea. Skyscanner, and you just follow that. Read, check. You don't want to fly out with Emirates when you go and you come back with the airline that has snacks views. You know, check the views and change. You'll end up seeing you fly with Emirates and you come back with Emirates because you've got so many options. So many options to check how you want to go. And here at the bottom, guys, you'll do it during your own leisure. It basically gives you recommended accommodations. In most cases, it will be here. Here it's car hire if you'll be hiring a car, and it gives you an idea on how much it's going to cost you to hire a car. And you know what I want to tell you? Remember, if you are flying international, your South African license will not be good enough. You need an international license. So don't be clever here hiring cars and you get the your license doesn't allow you and you've already paid. Guys, don't forget to H2O. Let's hydrate and flow and be healthy so that we can go for our next trip. We ought to be healthy, darlings. Take care of yourself. This is the biggest asset. Your wealth, your health is your wealth. So it tells you, Nibonile Malin. You can check 4 people, Tontoni. You see? 18,000. 900. We are not there. 4 or 5 doors. Okay, let me show you how your mother. Because now I've got my own problems. I'll derail like a crazy woman. We're still going to Israel. Let me show you how I book my flights. Let's go back. You're joking. It's gonna go via everything, hey? Okay. Here we go. I'm leaving OR Tambo. Just want to make sure I'm correct. You can see the OR Tambo. Let me come forward. And guys, sorry if it's not that clean. It's because I'm fingerprinting it. And then we're going to Israel. How I book my flight is this. This leaves on the 28th. Guys, because I had all the time in the world, I didn't need to choose a date. I'm not on leave. I'm not rushing for work. I leave without a date. Even now, I'm not working. So if I'm booking this trip, this is what I'll do. You see where it's highlighted is where you specify when you are leaving, if it's a one-way ticket, if it's a two-way ticket, departure and return when you are coming back. I'm a lady of leisure. I'll click flexible. You see this one? I've moved it from here, which is specific dates, to flexible dates. That's how I book my tickets. I'll show you now. Then I search. I painted myself when I was busy with orders. Okay. Then once I do this, it gives me all the months. I'm on flexible. Then I have an idea which month is much reasonable. As you can see. You can do the same. Oh, we're doing Israel. So guys, you can see cheapest month is what? Yeah, May. Other months will be more expensive. I can't see when it's facing that side. October, the tickets are around average 12,000. I definitely wouldn't want to go to during October. I'm at home. I'll choose May. Then I click May. Then I select. But choose May has average of 9,000. We spoke about that. Then I select. September is actually, it goes up to 13,000. Okay, select date. Okay, then I go, hold on guys. Why is this thing? You just highlight the month that tells you cheaper month. But cheaper is not always the best. There's places where you'll find Gucci in May, some places of interest or activities are closed. Do check that and don't go and sit at the hotel because half of the country is closed. If you like going to a Muslim country and you're going through fasting month, like how about Dubai, and chances are they close their museum, they close, and it's places you want to try and explore, Don't go during the time, even if the ticket is, go to the second slightly cheaper. So there's lots to also take into consideration. Cheap is not always cheap. Cheap can be very expensive. I'm just sharing this information. I've chosen the cheapest month and then I select. Hold on, guys. Why is this thing letting me down? Oh, here. Sometimes it's slow, you just have to bear with it. Hold on. Why is it doing this? Hold on, guys. Okay, the reason why it's doing that, it's because I left it on everywhere. So you change, maybe let me go past this. You can leave this section of everywhere. If you don't have a specific destination, but you'd like to go somewhere at a reasonable cost, leave everywhere and just choose it as we've already chosen Ume and search. It will show you, uh, it will show you all the countries that are cheaper during that month. So South Africa, you can check which city has a ticket for that amount. The next cheapest country is Zimbabwe. Then you've got other cheapest countries, UAE, Ngomei, 4,000 rands tickets. India, 4,500, just by clicking anywhere. So you're not specifying where you're going. It will list them according to the prices. United Kingdom, you can get a ticket for 5,700 or 5,300 rather. Germany, you can go to Germany for 5,300 in May, which is very, very reasonable. Qatar, you check all the countries because you just went for, you want the cheapest place that you can go to, but we are going to Israel, so we're not going everywhere. But that's another best way. You don't have a specific destination and you want the reasonable ticket, just click everywhere. Click the month. After you've checked which month you prefer, and then search. It will tell you. You'll find good Mozambique, the ticket will be like 1,000. And when it's other months, it will go up to 4, 5. That is just an example. This is Israel. We're going in May, remember? So all these are May. You see? And it shows you, and it's green. It shows you there's one for 9,000 on this day. Guys, it's not clear on my side, but you can see there's another one for 9,100. And you want to go during May. And even these ones, guys, that are not showing prices, do click on them and see how much the ticket is. Find flights. We chose the 15th, which didn't have. And also the 15th is around 9,200, which for me doesn't make sense. It means it's still reasonable to even, because it's giving us more or less at the same price, around 9,000, as if we were leaving this Etihad, which I'll go with, for 7,000 in May. 7,800. So you see, there isn't much difference if you were to fly this Sunday, if you were to fly in March and come back in April, and if you look for these. But these always makes a huge difference. So in my case, I would just search and choose the cheapest day. So I didn't fly according to where I was next. Okay, obviously, if I'm Asia, it will be a country in Asia. What I'm trying to say is, in terms of dates, I didn't have specific dates. The ticket guided me. So I'll go on Skyscanner and just search. We are in Feb. Search Feb. Okay, Feb is coming to an end. Maybe Feb is not a good example. I'm already in Turkey. I want to leave in beginning of March. I search March. From the 1st of March, then I look at the prices, because it will show me all the prices, first week of March, second week of March, and I chose the cheapest, most affordable tickets. And if it's on the 10th, I would click the 10th and buy my ticket and fly out. But you can't do that if you are working, because you need to specify dates. And if you've got your a bucket list, you've got a specific destination, you can't just say fly anyway. I can do it because I'm someone who likes to explore. I can do it because I've seen most countries. So now I can just go anywhere and choose the most reasonable destination. 5,000. Imagine flying with 5,000 in 2024. But remember, that pricing is only a one-way ticket. So guys, I'm sure you've got an idea before we move on to accommodation, so that this video is not too long. You are late, Lexi, but you can replay the video and rewatch, and please don't skip the ads when you do. And thanks for being here rather late than never. Ha ha ha, you can't speak well, but it's not something bad. You learn from failing and you're 17%. Yo, bye. You're about to be 16. Oh, guys, I have no idea, but let's move. Then how we've done the flights, and I think I've covered most important parts. And guys, I want to show you with flights something very crucial when it comes to these guys. Okay, let's choose any flights. Okay, let's choose this, guys. Guys, I hope I find the one that I want to use an example of. Okay, Tel Aviv. We're going to Tel Aviv. One stop. Guys, I wanted to show you something that will kill you if you don't know it. Okay, and then let me quickly show you something that has insurance a part of it as well. Before I look for what I'm looking for. We're waiting. It is still thinking quickly. So I want to show you, when you book, there's standard tickets and there's flexible. You see the prices are different, because with the standard ticket, it's only 9,200 for this particular flight. It's not important which one. I'm just showing you briefly. And the other one is 10,500, because the flexible one, click on the information before you book. It will tell you can change the date once, what they insure you for, but remember, before 24 hours of flying and all that. This standard one, you'll find Gucci. If you're sick, if life happens, you cannot possibly change this flight. You have to go to Israel. That's another lesson. There's another one, and don't forget, guys, to check where you're stopping, for how long, and prepare well. There's another catch I want to show you. And it's not showing in Israel, I think, because Israel... Let me do Mexico. I want to show you something very important when you are flying. Another tip. Okay, let's do one way to my favorite country, Mexico. I want to specify dates. Where are we going? I think it's still on anyway, and I want to go to... Yeah, it's still on anyway. Okay, let's go to Cancun, Mexico. I wonder if it will show what I want to show you. Guys, be careful of what I want to show you when you are booking flights. Search. I didn't want to go in May, but nevertheless, okay. Here's the 2nd of May. Find a flight. Guys, once you've clicked the dates, don't forget to go down and find your flights. Guys, look out for things like this. Hey. Yaham. Yaham. Something like this. Be careful. You see what it says? If you're going to book this flight to go to Mexico. So it leaves, it's British Airways, 29 hours, 35 minutes, one stop. It goes to Cancun, +1, which means the next day. 16,000, it Delta, 21,000. This one, and that's, yeah, 16,000. But it says change airports, guys. Change airport in London. Also, it's important to see where your layover is. We spoke about that, so that you get your visa sorted. So guys, when it says change airport, it means you're in transit. The connection flight will not be at the airport where you landed. You ought to take a bus, you ought to take a train. So you need to search. If you're going to change airport, how far are these two airports from each other, from one another? Very important. Be careful of such flights, more especially if it's a country you've never been. In fact, you don't want to change airports because it's a nightmare. And you can't change airports in London if you don't have a proper visa to change airports. Number two, be careful of this. We spoke about change airports. I hope you're taking notes. And please, like, guys, if you just joined. Number two, self-transfer. Guys, don't look at the tickets and it says 4,000 to the UK. You like, oh, I've scored. If you see self-transfer, click there and read the rules. I've done a self-transfer video, a ticket where I had to self-transfer. I'll do a video of what self-transfer entails. Separate video. But I want to warn you, when you look for an air ticket, look for the one that is clear. You get to that airport, you wait a couple of hours, you connect, you leave. Stay away from change airport. Be careful of self-transfer. Notabella. NB. Very important. I'll tell you about that. I'll make a video of my experiences in self-transfer. It was cheap, I was excited, but I read and I knew what it entailed. And I said, I'm a woman of trying out things. Let me try it out. I'll come back. I'm not saying don't do it, but you learn from my video what to look out for. Then you can decide whether you want to self-transfer. TJ, hello TJ. On Below Live channel. Welcome and bye. Thanks, Mama, for the information. We appreciate you so much. Yes, it's because if it says change airports, you'll find the other airport is like 2 hours away or 3 hours. And when you only have 3 hours to connect, and you must still go through securities, you must still go through immigration, or you don't even have a visa to change the airport. I'm taking notes. Please, my child, you're just warming my heart when you say so. That's very important, Mom. Thank you. Very important. So don't look at the price. That's why I'm saying cheap is not cheap. Cheap can be expensive. So if you see a ticket, the average tickets are like 10,000, and all of a sudden this one says 4,000 of half, 50% off 5,000. Guys, or 6,000, chances are, if it looks too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So there's a catch. Then start reading. And don't skimp on reading when you are flying, because it will tell you what self-transfer means. I'll do a video. I think that will be my next video. I've got other videos that I could be sharing, but it's nice to have some form of logic and sequence. Guys, not now we're here, now we're all over. That's why even with my videos, in terms of my gap year, I couldn't just throw them randomly. They had to follow, and that's the person that I am. My things needs to make sense. I can't jump from here. And even having this travel live while we have a finance bootcamp, my brain is struggling with it. But I cannot only have one video a week, because we now have to wait for 6 weeks. We are no longer talking about travel. It's only about finance. So I'm just folding my arms and waiting for Saturday. I just had to tell my brain, you just need to follow. We still talk about travel. Okay, moving right along. Bui, I hope you are ready for your trip to Israel. You know you need how much, you'll be in transits, and you don't need a visa. Let's look for accommodation. And you're not going to look for a ticket that changes your airports, and there is a direct flight if you're using Israel Airlines that takes you straight to Israel for like 8 hours and a couple of minutes. So there's a lot that we learned. I use Skyscanner, and now, because you don't need to always be specific about the dates unless you are working and you going rushing somewhere. You need to be there on this particular date, but you can have flexible dates and get much affordable tickets. You can also fly to anywhere and choose the destination that is reasonable. at that point in time. You don't need to restrict yourself. So there are those options, and they are amazing. And you can also search and choose to fly when the tickets are the rates are much lower, or the costs or the fees are much lower. I did it quite often, but there were instances where I got carried away and I forgot to book my ticket out. And by the time I check, oopsie daisy, the flights had gone quite a bit, and I had no choice, but I needed to get out of that place. Especially if your visa had expired, like more in Mexico, I needed to leave because my visa was expiring. I think I left just a day before it expires. Very important. Don't leave on the day your visa expires, in case you have fly drama, document drama. There's always the drama with travel. And if you don't have drama, thank you, underground gang. Thank you, God. Okay, then this is how I sort out. We're moving next. Flights, tick. We're moving to accommodation. You can Google again and just say hotels in Israel, hotels in Jerusalem, hotels in, depending on where exactly you are going, and you'll find booking.com, you'll find all sorts, TripAdvisor, all sorts, and you can choose the one that is reasonable. But please do read reviews. What are people saying about that hotel? You can go stay in a hotel, you can go stay in an Airbnb, you can go stay in a hostel, you can go stay with friends, you can share accommodation, you can serve couch, where you go on the app and you register and you go to someone's house and they give you a couch. Guys, don't expect some double story with your private room and ensuite bathroom with a what 60 centimeter screen TV. Couch surfing is totally different. If I go to it's an open plan and you are just surfing on the couch and the owner is sleeping on the bed. And I've seen people like Habononsi, it's a guy on the bed and the lady on the couch. Guys, it's couch surfing. Check reviews. Be safe. If you're gonna couch surf, a lot of people save money in terms of accommodation by couch surfing. But if you're comfortable to be with a lady in their house, do that. And with couch surfing, guys, now be a human being. Don't be an animal. Help where you can help. If you have a skill, e.g., you are a chef, get there, and while the person is going to work, make them breakfast, cook supper. When they come back, you've cooked. If you get there and you are domesticated, clean their home, clean their fridge, do something, because in most cases they don't charge you. They apparently, I think they, by law, they're not allowed to charge you, but I think the app you do pay, there's a subscription, they're not allowed to charge you. So they basically opening their home to you for free. So do give back. If you go out to explore, come back with bit of groceries. Although some hosts feel like, no man, I'm hosting you, but show some respect if you're gonna couch surf. But no, it is couch surf for a reason. If you get a bed, hallelujah. In most cases, it's a couch. You go back to couch surfing. So there's all sorts of accommodation. I never did hostels. I never couch surfed. I still want to do hostels. The reason why I didn't do hostels, because of my age. I'm no longer young and I've never stayed in hostels, and I wasn't going to start it during this time, but I still want to have the experience. I'll try them maybe in Europe, in Finland. When I visit my child, I'll go stay at a hostel. And guys, I can't do like this 8 sleepers and whatever, because now I've got my own issues. Chances are I'll try and get, like those double beds or the private ones with the private bathroom. But I don't know if you still call it that I've stayed in a hostel. But the part that I'll be part of, is where you meet people during lunchtime and trying the different activities. But hostels are the best because they organize the tours around the country. There's so many activities. They play games. If you pooza, they pooza like crazy and make noise till early hours of the morning. And if And guys, there's people who are much older than me who love hostels. They can't be by themselves in hotel. And if you don't like being by yourself, hostels are the place to be. There's games. They provide meals. Just check. All hostels are different. Dormitories, there's mixed dormitories where you can sleep with male and female. There's female only. But please do know it's a hostel. Others, the standards are a bit higher and the price will tell you, will guide you, but it doesn't always give you the clear picture. Others, you hear good, there's no aircon, it's too hot, there's no privacy, they don't even have a curtain where you get some privacy to change, everything is wide open. Others, they complain about bathrooms, that the people who own these hostels don't clean them often, and it's shared bathrooms, open kitchen, people use the kitchen and not clean after themselves. You check, and if you go hostel, choose the best, choose the one with awesome reviews, and go have a ball. There's lots to experience and experiment and meet people from all walks of life who shares the same dream with the same interests, and you speak the same language. Travel, they've traveled the world, they'll give you tips, they'll tell you what not to do, where to go. So Nje, you are not left stranded. I used downloaded. I just want to see if I don't have anything personal here in terms of my app, because I've got app for days. Let's hide some of my apps. I use this one. That was my go-to, Agoda, which you can find on the website as well. So I'll go there. And can I tell you, when you book flights, if you'll be flying Emirates most of the time, try and get the loyalty program. One day you might just fly business class. When the reason I used, in my case, flights were difficult because I was going to different countries, so it was different airlines. But if you go to Turkey a lot and you use Turkish airline, do register for their loyalty program. It's free. Every time you book a flight, insert your membership number, get points. I don't know how many points you need to fly, or I think you can part pay when you get to second point, and try out above first class, or even if economy flight. Oh, I want us to check before we move to accommodation. Let's check one flight. The difference between economy and the first business class. Let's not first talk first class. First class is on another level. Let's just talk business um, class. And I want to show you something. I hope it will be back when we come back. Let's go back to Skyscanner quickly. Let's see Israel, if we take first class, how much it's going to be. But do register for loyalty programs, guys, and get points for flying, so that one day you check, you can even get a big discount. And if you save them and you fly often, you can even fly business class at an affordable rate or for free. So we were going to Israel. Let's do Israel for the last time, and then I just want to show you the difference. Those who don't know, those who know, they know. And this one, we're changing it from economy. You can change that at the top. You see, it says one adult. You can put three if it's you and your kids. The information can be changed here. 2 May, it will be a Thursday. So you see, that drop down, we're gunning for them alone. If it's two adults and kids, also specify if you are flying with kids. So this has premium economy, the one notch above economy, and business class and first class. Guys, first class is I wanted to use the word they use for the rich, apply. So we've changed it from economy to business class. I won't even attempt first class. So that was a one-way. No? This one is a one-way. Yeah, one-way tickets on the 2nd of May. Remember, it said 9,000 and something, 9,002. I don't want to self-transfer. Here's the Emirates one. 62,769 if you're gonna fly, and that's not even direct flights. That is Emirates. I wish there was that Israel, the direct flights. They don't have it for, so it means the Israel airline doesn't have the business class, and the other one is 24,000. So those are yeah, both similar, 24,300, 24,300, and they live in different times. So always look at the times. So you see the jump. Oh, this one is 24. Sorry, I don't want to look at Ethiopian Airlines is 24,000. Sorry, guys. But Emirates is 62,000 if you're going to fly a business class. So, yeah, we're talking real money. From 9,000, even Ethiopian Airlines is now jumping to almost 25,000, and the Emirates is sitting at about 63,000. Just going to Israel. It's Nichan and Trech. It is one-way ticket. So now we know how expensive business class is. That's why most people fly business class through their work, their jobs, but there's people who fly business class from their own pockets because they've made it in life, but it is very expensive. And let's just see if first class, since we are here, and then move quickly to accommodation. It won't take long. You go in the drop down again and you just change it to first class, just to have idea. It doesn't mean if you can't afford things at this moment you don't look at the prices. It means if you don't look at the prices, you're not tending to afford them. 114,500 and something to fly first class one-way ticket to Israel. Same flight, 20 past 10 at night, and that's what you are looking at paying a first class. 114,000, even the two different flights, different times, and you're still going in transit. Then Lufthansa, which is a German airline, it is 72,700. Let's see, Ethiopian airline doesn't even have first class. So it's those two. So there's a huge jump between business class and first class. Okay, and I've seen the whole setup here, first class in one flight, and I was like, and there were people there because I did ask the crew, and yeah, they were busy with the whole display of shwala, alcohol, and they were busy in the glasses. So those people paid those hundreds and something thousand one way. Let's move to accommodation. It's nice to dream because dreams do come true. We will one day fly first class. I've flown business class and have fun. Okay, here's my app. I click it. It always, guys, seniyobona nezinto ezpersonal, my names and all that. So it gives me hotels. You know, it's got flights as well, but I never used it for flights because I found it to be slightly expensive, and I used it for hotels, and I'm a VIP platinum because I was using it all the time and I'm getting discounts. That's why I say use one app if it gives you discounts, it gives you coupons. Use one airline if you're gonna get loyalty cards and end up flying for these 62,000s, 114,000s, and you only pay maybe 10,000. The 100,000, because you've used it quite often, is covered by the airline. It's your reward. You never know. So here I'll just click on hotel. And what's nice, guys, about this app, before we go look for hotels in Israel, is that it shows you can live in homes, apartments or homes, you can live in hotels, things to do, you can get an idea of what activities, and you can also book flights, which I didn't do, and it has all the promos that falls under your status. Also, this app, just like, and I'm not promoting it, it's not paying my bills, it's just sharing. You can use a completely different app. It won't, honestly, guys, make any difference to me or add any value to me. What I want to share as well is that your promotions will appear here at the bottom, customized for your own. And it also starts, you start on a bottom level, maybe classic, and then you upgrade until I think platinum is the highest. And I got to platinum very quick. I got money, cash bags, and I've used the money to book more accommodation, and I've seen it, so it is legit. And yeah, and I got to platinum very quick because I was only staying in hotels for the whole over 6 months that I was on gap here, different hotels. And you just click on hotels, and then I just want to make sure there isn't any finicky. And here you choose the hotel that you're looking for, and you don't need to be specific. You can just put the city, it will show city and country, and you can search, and you can put dates, number of people. Mine was always on one, it's on two now because there's a trip that I was trying to search, and then you search. So let's do Israel quickly. A tribe hotel, because someone shared that there's a tribe hotel in Kenya, 5 star, and you saw there was tribe hotel, and I was searching it. Business class is for the owners, but it's hey, boy, it's for us. You see, we are the owners of this life as well. We will fly it. Business class, first class, first class. The huge discounts for 5 star hotels on Agoda, are they truly to be trusted? My yes, sis, I've used them, I've gotten them. I'm happy, sis. I've never Mina, the one that I shy away from booking. Booking.com or bookings.com. Other people are happy with it. Unonsi uses it. I don't, because I had bad experience when I first used them. But other people love it and they prefer it. It's all personal preferences. Um, Scared to book, and when I got to the hotel, there are hidden costs I didn't budget for. I'm scared. Oh, sis, no, I've never had issues. What I saw, and I would pay in advance, and there are other hotels where they say pay at the hotel, so they all were different. But that's the only app I used for over 6 months when I traveled, nothing else. I never booked directly. Remember, just like your tickets, you can book directly with the hotel. Your ticket, you can book directly with the airline. Emirates, for instance, go straight to their website, book a flight directly with them to save yourself a headache if you are not comfortable like Humata. Same applies to our hotels. Book directly with the hotel itself if you are not comfortable. I never had issues. I'm new to your channel. Welcome, Skulls. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and tell the people in your country that we are here talking all things travel, all things finance, all things career. They ought to come in numbers. So I did share what type of content. Right now, we are booking our next trip because it is predominantly a travel channel. But we do talk about career because unless you've got an income, how can you even travel? And we do talk about finance, how to look after your money. If you don't look after it, how will you even travel? So here we go, or fulfill your dream of traveling. Here we'll include, we're going to Israel, Tel Aviv. So you can choose which city you want to go to. Let's go to a capital. I hope it is a capital. And we had said we're going in April 2024. We were flying out on the 28th, ne? So let's just say 2 nights, 28th of April, which is a Sunday, and we book until the 30th, which is a Tuesday. It says, okay, 2 nights. You can see there. We say, okay, we haven't specified which hotel. We're still searching. 1 adult, 2 1 room, 2 adults. But if you're alone, you click here, you customize it. If you are solo traveling, you change it to here. You just click the minus and it will give you 1. I've changed it. So I'm traveling alone, and then I search. Here we go. Then you search. Here we go. So here's a hotel there, and it tells me what the full price is of this hotel and what my discount is. Remember, guys, I'm a VIP. You might pay slightly more. In most cases, the prices aren't that much. So this hotel is actually 3,790 odd, and I'll be paying 1,200. There's a discount there, but you can get some discounts even if you go on the website. What I always look out for is this, the rating. I don't look at anything below 8. 6.7, even though it says good, I don't, guys. But you can look at the reviews and see if you are comfortable. Mina, ngiyabonga, danko. I pass very fast, and I look at the stars as well. So they 4 star, and it could be 4 stars, not maybe it's a 4 star hotel. It could be a 4 star hotel. It could be 4 stars because of the rating. You need to check that. 8, excellent. I would look into this hotel, look at the pictures, but look at the price, 10,900. So that's Israel for you. And look at the reviews before I book it. Israel will kill you with the accommodation. That I know. Maybe try Airbnb. I'm not big on Airbnbs, but they definitely do have Airbnbs. And then here's another one, Port Tower, 8.6 at 2.7, which is not bad. And guys, you can check, just look at how it looks, and click there, get the full view even of the room, and see here more details, whether the room, detail of what you get, whether the room includes breakfast. See, and it's closer to the old Tel Aviv. What if you want to explore the distance? It tells you how far it is from the airport. Those are the things you want to check in times. Is breakfast included? Children, if you are booking with kids, to get an extra couch. That's the detail you want. And today at 43% discount. And remember, this is my sorry guys, app. And now I must, oh, how did I get to this? This is my VIP one, so I'm getting that discount. So I'm only paying 2,735. So if I wanna see all rooms, remember that 2.7 is a starter pack, eh? So it does tell you preferred by solo travelers. You see, it is enough for me if I'm going alone, and I can look at more pictures. And sometimes I always check the bathrooms, which is so important for me. And if it's not up to standard, I'm like, nah, I'm not going. And then this one, pay nothing until the 26th. You need to read this, when you can cancel if you found something better. Free Wi-Fi, coffee and tea, 2 adults, and then no breakfast on this one. You continue. The one with breakfast, 3,100. It has changed to, 1 adult, breakfast included. If you'll eat on the streets, you'll take the 2.7 without breakfast, with just tea and coffees, but it will tell you what it comes up with. So this was my go-to app, guys. This was my go-to app. And if it's 2 people without breakfast, it's that 3.3, including breakfast is that 3.4. You just read up. Let's see if we can get others. You're gonna check and they'll be sold out. We like it to even see the price. In most cases, when they sold out, you look at the pictures, you check how far it is. It doesn't even show how much the hotel is. Crown Plaza, Tel Aviv, which looks like your top notch. Look at the price, 7,027 rands. And it only has 3 stars. 8, which is excellent rating. Read what people are saying. If there's cockroaches and whatever, stay away. But you do get, so like I said, it's around 3,000, the entry levels. There are hotels. Hotels are quite steep in Israel. This is 3,007, so it's like 4,000 per night. Per night. I wanted to see if we can see the most expensive one. Most are like 3,000. There's something here that I see. The rating is very low. Don't even waste your time. You'll find the strangers in your bed. I always worry about. And guys, like this one, 5,000. This place, and this is, you'll find with no breakfast, just the bed. It's an entry. Remember the amount that they quote here. Only one left. Look at this as well. It says only 11 people reviewed it. You want a place where there's more reviews, like this one now. Center Chick Hotel. 2,000 and whatever people visited this accommodation, and then rated it at 8.9, which is excellent rating. Don't go away only two people. What if it's cousins that just went in and rated it? You want to have a feel of what exactly is going on. See, here's another one, 2.5, but it's because it's discounted. There's another price. And you also look, and we all have different styles of hotels. If it doesn't talk to your soul, guys, don't book it. Hilton, here's their Hilton in Tel Aviv, 13,085 per night. And yeah, 5-star hotel. Says it all. And you look at the pictures, there's your, and if you want more detail, free cancellation and breakfast included. But sea view, I always love sea view, guys. You know, I'm a sea person. Yeah, selling out fast. There's the amount, 13,000. See all rooms. I just want to see if it includes all those dates. I want to see that, which I doubt. Sea view, 1 king bed. You also want to see, will it be a double bed? Guys, I'm sure you've booked hotels. I don't need to go into that detail. And 2 adults with breakfast. You're looking at that amount. Israel is crazy with accommodation. If you find something twin with sea view, and you don't want to travel from Joburg to look at the building. You want to look at the sea, unless you're traveling from Cape Town where you see the sea all the time. I'm very strict with that. This one, maximum 2 adults and 1 child. This room, 17,000. We're still in. Okay, I wanted to check something, guys. Let's go to the one, 2 adults with breakfast. Let's pretend we're booking it. Cheapest price you've seen. Okay, let's say book. When I say something and it's thinking. 2 nights. Here's your total. 26,000. So those are daily rates. 1 night, 26,164. If I'm gonna, Ubui will spend 2 nights in Israel, in that Hilton Tel Aviv. It's a 5-star. The rating is 8.2. Excellent, with 462 views, and you ought to sit and hear what people are saying about the views. Pay nothing until 26th of February. You get that option. Free breakfast, free Wi-Fi. It looks like that's all you get. That's all you get. You choose smoking, no smoking. I'd like a large bed. In my case, I'll be large bed if I'm traveling alone, or you can choose I'm a twin. I don't know why do you choose twin beds when you're alone, but we all are different. But if you're traveling with a friend and you'll be sharing a room, I'm sure you'll want a twin bed. You can get fully refunded if you cancel by the 29th of February. Read all that. You don't want to book the ones where you can't cancel, because your 26,000 is gone. And it times you here to say, I need to pay now to secure this. As you can see, it says next step. Then I can click there. Then I'll have to insert my card, get my discounts, and it shows how much discounts and coupons that I'm getting for this particular hotel. So, okay, maybe we're exaggerating when we're looking at Hilton. You can just look for the ones that are around 3,000, boy. Like this one, the Newport Hotel, 3,141. So say 3,200 times 2 if it's 2 nights. But I don't think you can go to Israel for 2 nights. You wanna at least stay a week. So let's say a week and average it to 3,000. So we're going to Israel. So let's see how much we're looking at just accommodation. And I'm sure you can find a much reasonable accommodation. But let's work with 3,000. Sure, you can find something for 2,000. 1,500, I think you'll be pushing it. You most probably gonna get a sponge, and uzoba se toilet. But you can try, search. So let's say you're going for 7 nights. 3,000 is 21,000. And your flight was how much? We say how much is your flight? It was around 17, am I right? I think plus 17,000. You haven't included, that's 38,000. So it's around 38,000. There's no food here. There's no transportation to and from your places that you want to explore. And what else are we leaving? And the activities are not here. And the spending monies. Remember, when you go to museums and you go see maybe the statue of Jesus or whatever, you'll find good you need to pay entrance fees if you want to go. So the 38,000 is only for if you're going in April, in March, 28th of March, and coming back in April, and you go to Israel, you're looking at that amount. 17,000 flights and accommodation, you're looking 7 days or 7 nights at 21,000. Accommodation does clap you hard in Israel. But I'm sure if you search and you search some more, you can drop the 3,000 to like 2,500, 2,000 maybe if you're pushing it, and you can reduce that 21,000 and have monies maybe for foods and transport. But you have to go to Bopi Bande somewhere and you will choose which area. Is it transport where you'll only use a public transport to save on costs, or it will be food where you'll only eat from the streets and maybe fine dine once before you leave Israel. But it's so nice to also try out their food, but it doesn't mean you have to go to a 5-star restaurant. But I've always known Uguti, Israel is not your cheapest country to visit, more especially in terms of accommodation. You saw even flights, but which are strange. I was expecting it will be far much less because of the situation. Maybe the situation has gotten better. I haven't followed the news, and that's why the prices have gone up, or that's why the prices are still what they are. And guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. I think I'm wrapping. I think we've covered quite a bit. And then in terms of like activities, I would just search, once I'm there and search for things to do in this town, put the name of the town on Google, and it will tell me what to do. And in most cases, when you land at the airport and you spend few hours, you go to information, they give you a full a brochure to show you what you can do in that country, even hotels or accommodation, unless it's a Airbnb. I'm not sure if they do provide that information. If maybe you've got a host that is awesome, they'll have a nice brochure on the side to show you what you could explore in their country. And that would be a nice add-on Spiwe market, 2 adults, 2 children. I love that. And just go, because we did see under anyway on your Skyscanner, it has South Africa. So check for King Shaga, and then and check to go to Margate how much you are looking at for 2 nights, and use this app. Let's see. Let's see, babes. I'll do it for you quickly and we wrap off. I have to uh, rush somewhere, mother. I'll catch up from here when I come back. I says we've covered everything. Thank you so much, darling. Umbali uti mama isikhathi sakho sisemuva. Why? Which one, sissy? It says 1754. Is it behind? In fact, I thought I'm like a few minutes ahead. Have you used Get Your Guide to book my activities? No, Sissy, I haven't, but a lot of people do. I've searched it online and I've seen what activities they offer. But you know what, Mother? I do not, I'm a cheapskate. Let's just say that. I DIY my own things. I don't include a third party unless it is crucial. So with such, I've seen Gucci, obviously they put their own markup and all that. I will rather take it. You saw me, if you follow my content, when I took Unonzi for her birthday. We took a public transport. We went to a mountain. We paid for our own cable car. We got into the cable car. We bought our own food there. So I don't like to have someone, which is nice if it's something you believe in and you have money for it. I mean, I'd rather pay for other things, where someone organizes everything. It takes the stress, and I've done it, more especially if I travel with a group. If Martha, we travel and you're up for it, some activities I'll say let's get someone to book them for us, and they fetch us from the hotel with the shuttle and takes us there. And maybe we're first on the queue, we don't wait. But I like to DIY, book, get there with public transport, get at the window and pay for myself. This third party, and there's areas, more especially if you go to places where there's no English, or even because you can get the earphones and listen to the whole history of that country in English. But if they don't have English, it makes sense to get a guide that speaks English and you pay those extra layers of fees. I cut them out by doing it myself. But Sissy, I've seen it. I've never used them, but try them. I'm sure they are legit because they come up quite often. Very informative live. Danko, especially the Agoda section. Yes, Sissy, use it until you become a VIP. You get so many discounts, and you don't need to be specific, just like when you are booking flights, and you don't need to be specific about dates. Remember, you click flexible. Even here, you just click the country, the city. I can go, like I was clicking, okay, this one is specific because, but I can just go Nairobi, Kenya. It will show me all the hotels, and I just search for the one, and it also filters. You can choose which the ones that are within your budget. Right now, we were randomly looking for Israel, but Ubui can search and say only hotels for 1,005 and nothing more. Between 1,000, between 500 to 1,005, and only those places or hotels or places to stay will come up. I was skeptical at first, but now I'm ready and excited to plan my Bangkok holiday. Oh, babes, we're planning to go back. No, see, Bangkok. We love Thailand. Even Ngongo loves Thailand with its humid air. But girl, it has humid air. And make sure you don't go when it's rainy season. It gets ugly. The roads can be flooded. Just make sure you go at the right time and enjoy those fruits and their cuisines. But it's humid air. Use your sunscreen. Enjoy those massages. I went for them every single day. That's where my money went. But other than that, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for being here. I want to think about Bangkok, and don't pack any coat. Don't pack, please. No jersey, no coat, no boot. Please, Martha, please stop overpacking. Backpack if you like your mom, little suitcase if you like Habongongo who likes to show off, and keep it light, and you'll get there. There's so much to buy there as well at a reasonable cost. But if you're fully figured like me, don't even think you'll find something. They cater for their sizes, but there are places like Zara where you get only Zara. Bangkok, Thailand is a West one, and the rand goes a long way. You live like a king there. And don't restrict to Bangkok. I hope you'll go on an island. They have so many. It's not just like, I mean, Thailand is about islands, you know. So don't just go to Bangkok and leave it at that branch. It's a huge country and it's got awesome islands. Go try them out. Don't skip on them. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Let me not waste any further time. And I hope you've learned a thing or two on how to book or organize your next trip and enjoy, guys. More than anything, relax, take it easy, do it when you still have time. Like Humada, don't rush and search, use a different gadget before they jump. You want, but there's a way where they say you change the search button. I've never done it. I just use different gadgets, and when I'm ready to book, and matter if you bank with FNB, find out which card you can use to buy your air ticket so that your insurance is summer covered. I hope you do watch my lives, you know that. And maybe if you bank with another bank that I don't bank with, they do have this option. Find out from your bank. If you bank with, or your medical aid is with Discovery, make sure you let them know and they'll give you a medical certificate, because I think it's them and another medical company insurance that does cover you medically when you are outside South Africa. And have a ball, guys. I'll be back with another travel video which will be much lighter. This was quite detailed, but I just wanted to show you. And if you don't have your 19,000s immediately, apparently there's travel agents like the red one, I forgot the name, it's not Star Travel, really how can I forget them, but I'm not promoting them either, where you can go and have a travel stock file. But people were saying they only allow the stock file for whatever, but do your research. And I've heard, but this is an American person, which I'll still search and see if we can do it from the South African point of view, where you can book a ticket and pay later or pay in installments. I haven't seen that in South Africa, but it was an American suggesting certain or recommending certain websites. If you guys know, drop it on the comment section, where apparently you can book your flights like Umata and pay in installments. End of Feb, you pay a certain amount. End of March, you pay a certain amount until you fly. Or but you can't set it up also Uguti. It tells you, especially if you go directly to websites, those airline websites, to tell you on your email when the ticket changes, the flights decreases. You can click that to inform me when the flight decreases, and you'll get an email on that particular time when the flight is less than the amount that you saw when you were trying to book, and only book at it. So you can click those alerts. So play around with the system. This is not everything. I learn also new tricks and ways of doing things, and I try them out all the time. But if anyone knows about a site where you book and pay later here in South Africa, we would love that. But that was from an American or US based point of view. And if there's anything else that you can share with us regarding booking our next trip, let us know. Flights, accommodation, activities. Activities are easy. You can Google, and you should, in fact, know what you'd love to do. Go on Instagram, see who does what when they go to Israel. And Israel is just an example, wherever you'll be going, or Bangkok in the case of Umata, and see what will resonate with your soul. But don't be overwhelmed. There's so much information. You can end up going cuckoos, and self-booking is a lot of work and it's time consuming. Be honest. If you rather have someone do it for you, Star Travel. No, why I keep on Flight Center? Yes, Flight Center is the one that had a Stockfell. I don't know whether they still have it, where you pay throughout the year and you can travel to your country of your dreams. I hope I'm giving correct information. They're not sponsoring this video, but if you can't do it yourself, get our Star Travel Flight Centers an agent to book everything, including the activity. They say itinerary. I can never get that word right. It sounds like a tongue twister. I say itinerary and it sounds wrong. Itinerary. They do all that. On this day you'll be here, this day you are free, this day you are free, but you pay extra because someone will be booking everything for you. And we didn't touch visa. Luckily, Ubuyi chose Israel, where we don't need a visa for the country. And I had promised myself, if I travel to a country that needs a visa, I'll take you through the whole process, and even up to Pretoria when I go for my interview. I don't know when. Could be next day, it could be in 5 years' time. I try and avoid countries that requires visas, but I do need to visit Unons at some stage. Chances are we'll go. All of us, I'll do our lives. I'll take you through the process, the documents that are required when I go and do a Schengen visa. But mine will be different because it will say relative, because I'll be visiting my child. Yours will be tourist visa, maybe, if you don't have a relative. If you also have a relative, it will be similar as mine. They are all different. If it's business visa, it's different. Love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. And thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. Do not skip the ads. If you come in later, don't forget to subscribe if you love the information. But if you don't love the information, it's so sad. Stay a bit. You might just like the next video. Cheers, guys, and God bless.